Right. Hi, everybody. It's Johnny. Just coming on, and I'm headed back. Just ended my Friday. Had a good day. We had a lot of business today. It was really busy. I think one of my favorite things about today was just being able to see what the person that I've been talking about for a little while. Get to see what she's actually doing. So she is upset because she said they switched her to a different schedule without telling her that. And what's funny is I was there when she took the call from Danny, or Shri, I believe. So I know that that's not true because Danny reached out to her right away. Just told her, hey, if you're needing to get another job, we can switch to a part-time schedule to make it easier for you. So, just saying. Anyway, hope you guys had a wonderful day. I know I did. Learned a lot of stuff today. So I had a good friend, apparently, wanted to help me, and they sent me a check. They cut me a check, and it was a big amount of money. Problem is that this friend, just someone who I thought was a believer, and they bumped into me. They sent me a check, emailed me a check, which was weird to me, but I did look it up online. Okay, I did email it online, or I did Google it just to see if that's something that can actually happen. It turns out that people can do that. Some banks actually do it. You just print it off, and that's what Capital One told me too. They said, yeah, just print it off and then scan the front and the back of it, and we'll deposit it. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I deposited it, and I got a notification that they had received the check, and should receive it within the next day or so. And then all of a sudden I get another message that states there's weird activity with the account. They want to make sure that the check doesn't bounce, so they're going to hold it, and so they're holding it until the 22nd. So what I did is I decided to contact JP Morgan, who was the issuer of the check, or where the bank account's at, and I decided to contact them to see if I could verify it. You know what JP Morgan Chase doesn't do? They don't allow their clients that have bank accounts with them to send checks by email. They have to either do checks or money orders through the bank, and the bank sends it out. So I asked this person if, hey, I'm thinking about, I need to contact JP Morgan Chase just to verify your account. What do you think they would say? And they didn't respond. And then all of a sudden, it was this morning, I was getting ready for work, and they responded, I'm waiting. What did they respond? I said, I'm calling today. And then I contacted them, and that's what they told me. And person is now not messaged me back. So it was obviously a scam. That's what JP Morgan was saying, is they said it's a scam. We don't do that. I said, oh, okay. Good to know. I appreciate it. So my next move is to report that account to X, because that's where they bumped into me. They saw my GoFundMe, and so I was just saying, hey, if you want to help, feel free. I mean, I'm never going to say no. But if you're going to do it through the GoFundMe, because it's easier to track and verify. And then when they responded that they'd prefer to email me the check, I looked up the scams online just to see. And the way that always works is that whenever someone does those kind of scenarios, typically what they do is they give you more than what you're asking for, which I didn't ask for much. I mean, they were wanting give me as much as they can. And I was like, well, okay. And they said, well, you know, what's standing out right now that you need to replace? And I said, well, I've got a couple of medical bills. It totals about $460. They gave me $950. And so immediately I was like, okay, that was more than what you were stating you were going to send. And they said, it's okay, we just want to be helpful. So according to the scam that I saw online, what they do is they send it and then they ask for that money back. And then you give them the extra money that they sent, and then the check bounces. So she was wanting to see if it was showing as available balance. And I said, well, yeah, it's showing available, but they're holding it until the 22nd, until the check can clear. And yeah, and all of a sudden they weren't as talkative with me anymore. I was like, yep, they tried to scam me. Scam. Scam. I said scan. But yes, I hope you guys had a fantastic Friday. This Friday has been great. Busy. I think I mentioned that before. We've been busy. And just getting an opportunity to meet new people, learn new processes again. I got to learn a lot of stuff today. Really enjoyed that. And now I get to drive back to my spot, so that way you guys can ride with me and we can do this together. And of course I will be going into work tomorrow. I do 10 to 3. So I get 10 hours of overtime every paycheck, so that's nice. It's really nice, actually. So it's almost an additional like $300 added to my check, so that's nice. And once again, I'm not going to turn down money, so. Oh, it's a beautiful German Shepherd. I love doggies. Gosh, I wonder what it's like to live on this intersection. This is one of the weirdest intersections to be at, I think. It's so busy and loud, even on a slow day. Hey, Ambers. Oh, let me actually wave. Hello. So I'm on my way back to my parking spot. Hopefully it's available still. I mean, it is Friday, so you never know. Hey. Good to see you. Good to see your face in there and your name. All the good stuff. So, Amber's, just to let you know what's going on. So I had someone reached out to me, said they wanted to help me with a couple of bills that I had, and I was like, sure, why not? You know, I'm not, you know, if someone wants to help, she said, I just want to be able to help people, and that's what I do. And I was like, oh, no problem. You know, I'm never going to say no, if that makes sense. And the crazy thing is they sent me a check, but what they did is they sent it through email. So I Googled it just to see if you could actually email people checks, and apparently that is something that is done. And then I checked with Capital One, you know, my bank, to see if they actually do allow us to scan, you know, email checks. And they said, yeah, just print it off and then scan it like you would just a regular check. And I was like, oh, okay. So I did it. I went on there, and I got an email stating that it was received, and I was like, oh, nice. It's awesome. And then right after that email, I got another one that stated they wanted to, what's the word? They're going to hold the amount until the 22nd. They just want to confirm that the check will not bounce. And I was like, well, that's interesting. So what I did is I looked at it. It was a business account that was used. I Googled the business, and the address that was on there, it doesn't exist. So I reached out to the bank. It was JP Morgan Chase. And I reached out to them just to verify if they do these kind of checks or if this account is active. Turns out they don't do those kind of things. They don't email checks. They tell their clients that they have to, if they're going to issue a check to someone, they have to do it through the bank. And the bank will send it electronically, or they'll mail it, mail a paper check to people. They don't email digital checks or PDFs or whatever. So I reached out to that person and I said, hey, so I am showing that it's pending. And they said, could you send me a picture of that? I just need that from my own records. And I was like, well, before I do that, I want to let you know that I reached out to JP Morgan Chase, and they said, oh. I said, yeah, do you want to know what they said about this check that you sent me? And she said, what did they say? And I said, well, they said it's a scam. That JP Morgan Chase, which I used to work with a company that handled rewards points for a lot of banks, and JP Morgan Chase was actually one of them, and they were very secure. And so I just told her flat out that I googled scams, email check scams, and this was one of the big ones. So what it was is she sent me twice than what I was letting her know that, I had a couple of medical bills that I was like, yeah, if you want to cover that, that'd be great. So, but she sent me twice that. And then I was waiting for the scam, because the scam is for them to go, oh, I sent too much, I'm so sorry. Could you send it back to me? And then the problem is that check, whenever you send it, it's showing available, but then once the check bounces, now you owe that money. And they get free money. So that's the scam. So, and then I told her, that's exactly what JP Morgan Chase said, is that, yeah, we don't do it that way. That's a scam. And what do you have to say about that? And they never responded. I'm still waiting on a response. But that means they're researching what to do, but probably not. They're probably like, oh, I'm going to call it quits. This guy is too smart, or he's one of those kind of guys that checks things. Yeah, I just, and this just started like about a month ago. I just started getting hit up with a bunch of scam artists. They're trying so hard to get money out of me. And I'm like, it's funny because I don't have money. I mean, I'm getting paid, but I don't have money. So, good luck with that. But I do know that one of the cool things that happened just the other day, I was on Facebook Marketplace, and I may have found an apartment. It's a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, and they are, she said it was $650 a month, or it was $650 a month, and deposit I think was $500, and but I told her that I said I won't be able to move in until after the 23rd, which I get paid then. And she said, I don't know if I can hold the place until the 23rd, so that's an issue. And I said, oh, okay, well, good luck with your search. And she said, no. Just remember, I can't. I don't want to, is what she said. I'd prefer not to. So if you could, keep me in mind. And I said, oh, okay, so I'll just look out for a message from you. If, the person that is in the lead right now for getting the place, if they end up not panning out, then I will definitely schedule a time with you to come and look at the place. And she said, thank you. And I was like, oh, sweet. So that put a smile on my face. So that's really cool. Oh, I was going to let that person come through. I know we talked a little bit in chat, Amber, but you know, the messenger. But I hope you had a good day. I hope you know that you're always on my mind and my heart. Just letting you know. So, always. Forgot I had notifications turned on. Sorry about that. Let's turn that off. There we go. That's much better. Yeah, I had a pretty good lunch today. It was the breakfast burrito, actually, from Chick-fil-A. Gosh, I love their grilled chicken breakfast burritos. Eggs are always really tasty, and of course their chicken just dynamite. You can't beat it, in my opinion. You know, that grilled chicken. I'm not a fan of the other chicken anymore. It used to be, but there's so many opportunities for regular fried chicken out there these days. But the grilled chicken, though, is amazing. So what I did is I got a little bit of their jalapeno salsa, which is really good. It's not hot. And then also I had to try it, so I got strawberry jam. So it was strawberry jam and the jalapeno salsa, and I mixed that together, so I got sweet and heat, which is two of my favorite things in the world. My mouth's watering just thinking about it. And I had that for my lunch. So that was, oh man, that was good. It's really good. And then I had I have some of those K-Pods at work for the Keurig we have, and it's the Dunkin' coffee, so it's the original one, which is okay. I mean, I wanted the dark roast, but they were out, so they replaced it with the original, and I was like, yeah, that's okay. I just thumbs it up. Ooh. Nice. There we go. And okay, I think we got a parking spot. That's good. Grilled chicken wrap. Did you really? That's awesome. I love those things, but the breakfast burrito always has my heart, if that makes sense. It's easy to unfold because the eggs kind of, and the cheese in it actually will kind of help it stay together. But I'll unfold it and I'll put all my stuff in it. I used to keep like a really good, like a spicy honey mustard at my last job, and that's what I would add to it. I would just keep that in the fridge. And I would add some of that spicy honey mustard to the breakfast burrito. It was good. All right, we are at the parking spots. We lock the doors, roll the windows up. Gotta fix that squeaky, I think. All right. Glasses off. All right. Big hugs. I hope you're available this weekend, Ambers. Send me a message, And guys, if you're watching this, you watch it all the way through, thank you. If you could like, share, comment, and definitely follow me if you haven't. I just want you to know that I do a lot of motivational things on my feeds. I post a lot of Bible verses as well, and I will pray for you. Send me a message, let me know that you need prayer, and I will lift you up. And God bless you guys. Big hugs from afar. And remember, if you get a chance, love someone today.